Greetings, greetings. Welcome to Conversations with Z, with me, Zamakatjeni. It is time for us to meet once again, and I'm very excited to be with you today. Today we are talking about blended families. A blended family forms when two individuals make a life together with the children from one or both of their previous relationships. Today I am joined by Bonzo Tinane, who's going to be talking to us about her blended family. So Bonzo, welcome to Conversations with Z.
Thank you for having me. I love being here.
Yes. So can we start off by just having you just telling us a bit about who you are?
Okay, I'm Bonzo Tinane, mother of 8. I love reading and wine. So those two things pretty much define who I am.
Reading and wine.
Reading and wine, yes.
Red or white wine?
Red wine.
Okay,
Red
I ask
wine,
as if
yes.
I know, but I don't. Because I'm not a drinker, I'm boring like that.
Oh,
so.
well, you're not boring. You don't have 8 children.
Okay, so as I've already said, we're talking blended families today, and I was actually in preparation for this interview, I was thinking about it, and I was like, but this is actually not a new phenomenon.
Yeah.
This has been happening, right? But I don't know if it's the term that's new, because I don't know about you, but I feel like there's currently suddenly just a buzz around blended family. It's just very topical at this stage. So why do you think it's suddenly top of mind, to people right now?
I think it's because more and more families are recognizing that they are blended. Meaning, in the past, you just had 2 different families living together, and then they still treated each other like 2 different families. But now things are forcing us to kind of have the same values and have certain traditions, because things like baptism or same surnames or different surnames have impact. Because if you go to school, people are going to ask, who's this? No, this is my stepmom. Oh, no, it's my... So society has now channeled us in a way that we now have to recognize that you are a family when you live together, with whether you birthed those children or you didn't. You form a family, and therefore you need to have new values, you need to have traditions that work for all of you guys, not just this family and that family. So I think that's what's happening now, is that now things are becoming a lot more joined.
Yeah.
Because it works better that way. It really does. I mean, financially it works better.
Yeah. And I think that just the type of families themselves are also evolving.
Yes.
We are having families that comprise of parents who are same sex.
Yes.
We've got different sexual orientations, and we're seeing families that are formed that way, and that is our new normal.
That's it.
And maybe that's why then there's a focus on the whole concept of blended families, because we're moving away from the traditional mom and dad and children.
Absolutely, yeah, and we're also moving away from same race.
Yes.
So different race can raise a different race child, and that's blended.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your family. How is your family composed?
My family composed of, it was me and my 2 children from the previous relationship, and then my partner came in with 5 of his children, and then we had 1 together.
Okay.
So in total, yes, there's 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it is. I came with the 2, he came with 5, and we made 1 together. And hence her name, because she was meant to, it's Azakyo Guhle, to build us together, and it must be beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yes, so that's what it consists of.
Okay, beautiful name. And I mean, what are the best parts of being part of a big blended family?
It's the buzz. It is the buzz. The house is constantly buzzing, because if it's not fighting, they are loving each other too much.
And then you worry.
Yes.
This will be short.
So everything is extreme. They're either shutting doors on each other's faces, or they're loving each other too much. or they all want Aza's attention, all of them. So there's always some form of a buzz.
So everyone fusses over Aza because she's the baby.
Everyone almost wants to take ownership. It's like, she's my sister. No, it's my sister. No, my sister. Yeah, so it's not, it's our sister. So yes, but it's the best part about it is the buzz, the buzz.
And then, what are some of the challenges then that are also then, found in that type of family?
There's many, but I'll just highlight a few. I think the few is, you must remember, when you blend a family, you blend those children's previous families as well. So you are now inheriting, I don't know if I should call them issues, but you're inheriting things that you should really not be inheriting.
What are some of the challenges that can be faced in this family dynamic?
There are many, but I will highlight just maybe one or two. When you blend a family like that, you must remember you're also blending in their previous families. And that could sometimes not have such a positive impact on the progress that you as a family, as a new blended family, are trying to make. So that is one of the challenges. So you almost have to form new traditions. But that would mean that the old, the other families of where these children come from, those traditions have to be let go because a new one is being formed. So as we all know, change is uncomfortable and not everybody welcomes change. And also the different personalities. You have to take time to understand the different personalities and also take children through that process because they didn't choose to be blended. You guys chose each other and then moved them over. So when that happens, constant communication with the children. How are you feeling? Do you want to do this? Don't you want to do this? So constant communication, because if you don't do that, that becomes a huge challenge.
So you've actually already answered my next question, because my next question was then going to be okay, then how do you deal with the challenges? So I'm guessing that the communication you referred
communication
to
and
is part of
nothing is forced. Nothing is forced. Everything becomes a discussion. From a simple thing to what are we having for dinner? You must know with that many personalities, it could go from Steers to KFC to mac and cheese. So then everything is a negotiation. Okay, no, if we have this today, can we have that tomorrow? So as nobody feels like they're left out or they're not as important because everybody plays a pivotal role.
Yeah, sure. And what would you say are the qualities that are required of a husband and wife to successfully blend a family into one united family?
Agreeing on values. I think that is the success. That's what makes it a success. Is you have to agree on values, because if you don't, you're going to have discipline issues. You're going to have all kinds of. You're going to have money problems. So if your values are aligned, it makes everything else falls into place, which is not easy to align each other's values. So it's a work in progress constantly, but you have to agree this is our goal.
So would you do the alignment of values prior to getting married? So maybe at the dating stage?
Absolutely. I really feel like it's something that I should have done then, but yes, it's definitely, you do it before you bring in the children. Sit down and say, this is what we want to do. Are we in agreement with this? Are we in agreement with this? Or if not, how do we work before you bring in the children? Because once you bring in the children, it becomes a little bit more tricky, but yes.
But I mean, you mentioned that it's a work in progress, so I'm guessing that it's still happening now.
It is, yes, it is, because like I said earlier, you remember you come from two different backgrounds. Even as partners, you have different experiences. So you can't bring that experience into this one and think that your model works. You've got to form your own new model that is based on the value system. And the value system for me is simple. If we follow God and what God wants, it makes things a lot easier.
So then you refer to the Bible and get the guideline from there.
Absolutely. I mean, something as simple as that, religion. you've got to all agree that we are all going to believe in God. That's it. You know, but others may never have experienced God because that's a subject that was never part of their life. So how do you then, without forcing them, even though you know it's something that is not negotiable, but how do you just bring them in? You know, those are some of the challenges, but that's how you work through them. It's a working process. You talk and you pray about it all the time.
Okay. And what do you think of spouses, right, who are not accepting of their spouse's children that they had outside of the relationship?
You know, it's not even sometimes you think that it's the adult that is at fault or whatever. And I don't want to put blame on children because children are children. However, the resistance you get can make you decide to not be too involved. And from the outside, it makes you look like you're not accepting. Because personally, I don't think there's anybody that agrees to blend when they do not accept the children. It's as clear as that. Because if somebody does not accept the children, from start they'll say, do not bring the children here. Let your children live there and you and I live here. But anybody that says, let's blend together, they are working towards accepting them. And that acceptance comes with a lot of challenge because remember, those children still have their other parents. So where do you draw the line? Because they can turn around and say, but you're not my mom and you're not my dad. So you know, so you try not to be intrusive, but you want to be available. And to the outside world, sometimes looks like you're not accepting. So you just continue doing what you perceive to be best. And in my experience, I don't interfere in things that have nothing to do with me. I give my opinion or advice to the child, and I step away. You know, and I feel if they need me, they know where to find me. And that's how I deal with it. Yeah.
And then where do you draw strength from as Bonzo?
From the Bible. From the Bible. Like, sometimes I think my kids think that I am not okay because I'll close the door and pray until I'm tired of praying. But I don't get tired of praying because I get my strength from there. So I spend a lot of time alone praying, reading the Bible and pray. So even if I don't get time to go to church, because even that is a mission, waking up everyone at the same time and getting everyone. So sometimes I just go to church by myself. But yes, I just draw my strength from the Bible. I read and pray anything I can read about God.
And do you find it easy to understand the Bible? Because I struggle.
I think I draw strength from a whole lot. I have a friend group that is quite knowledgeable. Okay. Some of them are interceders. Okay. So it helps a lot to chat to them because they will tell me, no, okay, you're struggling with read the story. You're struggling, okay, read the story. So I have a friend group that is very, very rooted in Christ. So it makes it so much easier. Because on my own, I don't think I would be able to cope because I would just read it like a novel. Yeah. But because of that, I have that. And I have home cells every day from Monday to Thursday. Regardless of what's happening around me, I just block everything and I have. Oh, okay. Because it's important for me to tap into that space that assures me that I'm in the right path. Yeah. Doing the right thing, I'm in the right path. Yeah.
Are the home cells at your house?
No, the home cells are online.
Oh, they're
because
online.
we all everywhere, and getting home sometimes it's challenging in terms of traffic. So, but we all know by 7 o'clock everyone is able to log in, and we have a home cell. So.
And when did you become saved?
I think about 8 years ago. Yeah, prior to that, I was born and raised Catholic. Okay. So all my previous children are baptized Catholic. And that comes now part of blended, which now I'm like, where do we baptize us? So it's still in discussion.
Okay. Okay. And What advice would you give to women who find themselves in situations where they need to then enter or become part of a blended family?
I think utilize anybody that has gone through their experience and be honest about it. Be honest about it. I'm brutally honest to my friends. And I tell them that, friend, I am not okay. I am not okay. And usually when I say that, my friends say, oh, I've got one child here, come. Or should I come there? Or, but I always cry out. I don't sit there and think, I can do this. This is going on. No, I cry out. And I say, I am not okay. And usually I can't cry out to my partner because we're both going through the same thing. So I try to understand what you're going through. So by the time I come with a solution. And then we can move. Otherwise, it's just going to be an argument. So yeah, I think use the networks that you have of people that have gone through the experience, or anybody that can give you advice. Yeah.
And what do you think of the whole concept of a Proverbs 31 woman?
Oh, I think it's one thing that a person, any woman actually should. It should be a mantra, actually, for every woman. Because every single day you could draw strength from one thing. Just this morning, actually, I realized when I was trying to manage everyone's schedule in the house, and you go there, do this, and I realized, oops, I'm managing the resources of my house, and I'm making sure the house runs smoothly. Even though I'm tired, I'm flustered myself, I just want to do me, but I realize if I don't say, you be here at this time, you be here, things are just going to fall apart. So that should be every woman's mantra. Absolutely every woman's mantra.
Okay.
So yeah.
Thank you. That's encouraging.
Yeah.
And then just in closing, do you have any parting words, either to a woman who is going to be in a blended family, a man who's going to be in a blended family, or children who are just... with this family of 8 kids, and it's suffocating me, and I feel like I don't have a voice. Do you just have any words? Because I feel like sometimes when you haven't gone through a journey, you can't relate. And you can't, you don't know the emotions that are involved, and sometimes it's really just a case of because you haven't walked that same walk. So is there anything you would like to say to anyone, to someone who's part of a blended family in any role?
I'm a firm believer of therapy, and I really, really think that family therapy prior to everything there must be as much, it's like a new job. Prepare, interview, prepare. Same with blended family. Prior therapy. Go and talk so as everybody's aware of each other's emotions. So definitely for me would be therapy. Invest in therapy first as a couple, and then introduce the children to the therapy. So as are we ready? Are the children ready? And then we're good to go. But definitely I would suggest therapy first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ponzo, for your time. Thank you so much for sharing. I took quite a bit away, even though I'm not in a blended family myself, but
because you don't know what the future holds, but yes.
I felt that there was something for me as well to just take away and reflect and implement and do better. So thank you so much for that, and thank you at home for your time. Thank you for watching.